NSC Fan TV. I'm here with Aaron at the Lost Patty before the game. We're going to do a before and after. Aaron, what do you expect tonight?
I expect a Gary Smith away performance, which means that we're going to be a little bit more conservative, and I think the lineup, at least starting lineup, seems to show that with Alex Muehl rather than anybody else. But of course, not having Randall Leal for whatever reason, I'm certain we'll find out at the end of the game what that's all about. But Hani's still coming back from a little bit of a knock. I would probably expect him to come on maybe with 30 minutes left at halftime. But I think with Fafa and Schaffelberg, I think we can probably do some damage. And if this goes all according to Gary Smith's plan, then we can come out of here 1-0, 2-1, something like that as a win. But this is a test for us because, of course, it's first away game of the season, and Red Bulls have been kind of tough for us on the road in previous seasons. So we'll just have to see. This will be a good litmus test for where we're at, and I'll feel a little bit more confident. I think seeing how we play, and then also just if we get a win, get a result, then I'll definitely feel pretty good. But Gary's probably got his plan together, and we executed really well last week. So, make it 2 wins over New York teams in 2 weeks, and that'll be great.
Okay, we'll check back with you at the end. You're expecting a 1-0 Gary Smith grinder.
One goal difference win. I think, if anything more than that, I'll take it, of course. And putting Hani on in the second half is certainly that's an X factor. And
30 minutes of Mukhtar is what you're expecting.
I'm expecting about 30 minutes. I think would be pretty good. And if he can do what he did last week and assist or goal, then we're golden.
Okay. We'll check back with you in a minute. Okay. Perfect. All right. We're going to... And we're back. And a tie.
Yeah. I think the story of the game is it was just a chippy road game where, Red Bulls aren't at full strength. We weren't at full strength, and Gary again sets our team up on the road to be more defensive minded and solid, which at this point 5 years in, it's you just have to accept it, and it's fine. It gets points on the road, and that's fine. It's not having Randall or Hani at the beginning is kind of tough to really do any sort of damage in the first half, which is typically when Gary likes to do his work on the road, is score a goal in the first half, maybe a second, and then shut it down. So it was kind of weird to kind of do it backwards. But
so you don't think that we played to win for the last 15 minutes?
I think we played with, it's always on the road. It's, what chances can you get? And, we had a couple of chances here and there, that the Alex Muehl almost goal, which was, that was good. It was really close, but he was probably offside, which it's just small little margins like that. And it didn't help that the game, again, like the ref was not great at all.
He was not kind to us, that's for sure.
Yeah, no. 3 yellow cards for us, none for them, and despite the fact that they, did have fouls as well, and it's just one of those games where a 0-0 is probably the fair result, and 1-0 would have been lucky, just in general. So yeah, can't really complain too much about it.
Can't complain too much. You expected a defensive game, and you got a defensive game.
Yeah. I mean, it was as the game unfolded, it was like it was what we were expecting, and I, tweeted out after about 20-30 minutes that it was like, the game plan seems to be we'll bring Hani on at some point and see what happens, and we saw Hani a little bit sooner than I predicted, but it's still just, giving him a run out, see what he can do. He didn't seem to do too much, and, then we had a bunch of subs, and it was just, disjointed game, not really much in the way of flow. It's the second game of the season on the road against a team that's, it's been kind of a boogeyman just because of the way that, Red Bulls like to play, which is, that high-octane, in-your-face sort of style that gets a little bit tough to play against. So, yeah, 1 point on the road where we got 2 points per game so far, averaged over the 2 games. So we'll take it. We'll come back home against a Montreal team that is definitely in transition. So we should be expecting much more next week. But point on the road, we'll take it.
Point on the road, we'll take it. Thanks, Aaron.
Yeah.